Alright, just a little real talk today. I've got some stuff to plan out, and I'm just gonna do this with you. It's not gonna be edited, the lighting might not be right. Probably hear the dryer going, or someone's there, or landscaping, or whatever. But I just wanna come out here and just talk with you on this, more for me than anything else. It's just to reinforce what I do and what this channel is about. If some of you have noticed, you know, we're getting up close to 100,000, and for most creators, you know, that's, you know, exciting. That's like a goal that they reach for, and people will come on here and say, you know, congrats and everything, but to me, you know, there's not much difference between 99,000 or 101,000 or whatever. What's important is, you know, how much we help people out there. And when we make YouTube videos, sometimes we're not real. This is kind of like TV, where if I want to shoot a video today and show you guys how to do this, I'd come out and, you know, maybe I'd wait for, you know, the sun to be just right, or no distractions, or when the kids are getting home from school, or you know, I might get started and all of a sudden the landscaping crews will decide to get started at the same time, and we go through a lot, and we set up and spend all this time doing things. Then we edit and try to put music, get the audio right, get the color grading right and everything. We spend all our time doing that, and it's kind of like on TV where you see those shows, you know, and we've been watching stuff since we all grew up watching all these shows, and then we love the behind the scenes stuff, right? Because we see how things are made, and you see what's real and what's really happening. And on the days when I'm not shooting a video, you know, if I decided to do a tutorial, I get all set up and get the lighting right, and come over and script it and figure out what I want to say and just how to do it. But the days when I'm not doing that, that's what I do. Is I'd come out with my coffee, right, and just relax, get my stuff together. I might even put some music on out here, you know, so, you know, I'm just in my sweatshirt. I don't have my keep on growing shirt on, and my hair is a mess, and I don't really care. You know, I just come out here and I relax. It's like an awesome day. The weather's nice, and I'm just having fun, just planning the stuff. And most YouTubers, if they're trying to get to 100,000, they try to get everything right, and they work themselves up, and they're on this little hamster wheel of trying to make the perfect video and make sure people like and subscribe, and they get burnt out really easy. And I don't want to get burnt out, because we help a lot of people, and that's what the whole thing's about, is just helping people, right? We want to empower people. It's more important than any number. The most important thing is like when we get people saying, hey, you helped me out, you know, you helped my family, you helped our community. Well, when people like take stuff like this, they experiment, they learn how to grow themselves, they alter it a little way, they figure out what works best for them, and then they go around their communities and they make stuff and help other people. Or some of you are out there giving classes and showing other people how to do it. You know, it's awesome. That's what's important. That's what counts, right? That's what matters. And to me, I never want to lose sight of that. And I don't want to worry about how many people are following and how many people subscribed and how many, you know, those are just numbers. To me, I'm thankful, I'm humbled that I get to do something that I love doing. I'm just humbled that I get to help people and make a living at it. And I'm just humbled that I have the opportunity to do this and to connect with people. So I don't want everything to be scripted and not real. So, you know, me and Keela are doing the home and garden thing, right? Those are edited videos. You know, we're putting those up. We're getting those ready. We got our first one coming out Friday. We're excited about that. But that's not about numbers or trying to grow this channel or trying to get bigger and everything. Me and Keela have been doing this stuff for like 2 decades, over 2 decades, like 23 years. And before I even met Keela, I was watching great chefs, PBS, before cable was even around, right? Julia Child, Jacques Pepin, This Old House, you know, all the really old things, you know, that were around before cable. And so this really is just, it's our life. It's what we've been doing, and we enjoy doing it. And we've watched HGTV come around, DIY Network, Cooking Network, you know, all of these things before the cooking turned into all of the competition stuff, right? Before it turned into, you know, Iron Chef and all this competitive stuff, when it was, you know, the OGs on there, when it was like Emerald. It's we grew up watching all of this stuff and enjoying it, because that's what we did for a living, and we always dreamed, like, wow, that'd be cool if we could do it, right? But the natural thing with TV is that it's tough for anybody to get on there. It would be like a 1 in 10 million chance, you know, and there's a handful of people around that decide who gets to be there and who doesn't. And then the internet came around, and I started posting some videos, and I remember having 35 subscribers and being excited about that, because to me, you know, 35 people, you know, we only knew handfuls of people back then, and if we learned how to do something, we could share it with a couple friends or family, maybe people at school or work or church, but you know, you wouldn't really get your message out to a whole lot of people. And all of a sudden I posted a couple of videos, and there were 35 people that were saying, hey, that's pretty cool, I'd like to learn more. And I remember me and Keely being out somewhere, we were at work, and that's the reason why we learned how to do this, was we were on the road all the time. And we got done with work for the week, and Keely said it was getting late. She goes, you want to just spend the night instead of driving home? And I said, I can't. I got 35 people that are waiting for a video on Monday. So I had to get home to do that for 35 people. And I enjoy that feeling, and I never want to lose that. I never want to lose sight, you know, just because we have a whole lot of people watching the channel and we're helping a whole lot of people. Just never forget that, you know, each one of those numbers is a person. And that's why the 100,000 is not really important. You know, it's fun having that much, and it's really, I appreciate being able to help this many people. But we're trying to help everyone in the world, right? Our goal is to teach the world to feed itself. There's like 8 billion people in the world, so we got a lot of work to do. And 100,000 is just like a tiny little drop in the ocean. So we feel like we still have a whole lot of work, ways to go, and that's why all of you, that's what's important, is you guys getting out there, learning to do stuff like this, and teaching other people. It just tickles me. You know, some people used to get upset, you know, where everything's like mine. And that's why I like my ebook. I'm like, take the ebook, sell it, you know, do what you need. They're all worried about themselves, and somebody would see somebody with a pool noodle or doing something that I did, and hey Mike, they're copying you or something, and I would take a look at it, and they would make, you know, one of our downspouts have the heated and bent ends, and they'd have a lot of people, you know, pool noodles and everything, and they're looking at it going, that's cool, how'd you do that? I'd like to learn how to do that. And my name wasn't anywhere, and I'm like, you know, I got to take myself out of the equation and look at it and see what's happening. For one thing, that person doing it, a lot of people are congratulating them and saying great job, and that's fantastic, and that makes that person feel good, right? They're experiencing joy. And the one thing in life is you've got to enjoy other people being happy too. And if that person's happy and it's bringing them joy, then what's the harm in it? And then the other part of the equation is, like I said, if I'm just worried about myself, You know, I'm just stressed out about that. If I take myself out of the equation, all those other people who liked it, some of those people are going to go try it themselves. Some of those people are going to go experiment. Some of them might develop different ways of doing things and show other people. And that's how things get started, and that's helping more and more people. You know, if I just get out there and worry about keep on growing, and Mike Van Dusen and spreading my name around, I'm just going to worry myself to death. So I just like to have fun, relax. I'm an easygoing guy, and if we can help people around the world, I mean, isn't that mind-blowing? This isn't like, you know, just help someone in my neighborhood. This is, you help somebody on the other side of the planet. Like I said, I wake up every day just amazed at what we're capable of and the opportunities that we have. And when you take a look at all that, it's kind of hard to worry about other things and to feel needy and not want to share and just, you know, think that it's about you and your name. You know, so there are some people out there, the opinionated tater tot. I don't know some people's real names, but she's teaching some classes, and she said, or somebody else, it was on a thread somewhere. You know, I go through and look at some of this. Somebody had mentioned they saw something like this on Reddit, and I never go on Reddit. And somebody said, "Oh, that's the pool noodle guy," and I thought that was just funny. You know, it's so nobody knows my name. They don't know Keep On Growing, but they were growing stuff like this and they were sharing it, and that's the important thing, right? So you're just the pool noodle guy. I just think that's kind of funny, but that's how we're gonna obtain our goal and help everyone. You know, not everyone wants help, but the ones that want help, like we said, we can't feed the world. That's a monumental task, and some people are out there feeding them. I mean, that's important. I enjoy all the charities and watching people like Tony Robbins and stuff, and people that are taking parts of their profit in that and feeding people. That's awesome, but that kind of goes back to the thing about, you know, give a man a fish and feed him for a day, and teach a man to fish and feed him for life. You know, so they're feeding them for a day, but once you teach them how to grow, that's feeding them for life, right? So like I said, you can see people come in here as this channel grows, and people are going to say, you know, congrats and everything. And you guys know this. You've never seen me post a milestone. You've probably seen other YouTubers do it and celebrating, and you know, I got 1,000 and 2,000 and 5,000 and 10,000 and doing all these milestones. I got a long way to go. There's 8 billion people on the planet, so 100,000 is just a little dip in the bucket, right? But every day I get another message or a DM or a comment or an email, and people saying thank you, and you know, you helped me or you helped our community, and people are out there giving classes and showing other people how to grow stuff. You know, I see this stuff all the time, and that just keeps me going. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying being along for the ride, and more important than any number is you guys out there just realizing that this is because of you. You know, all of you that are sharing it or just watching it, or you get out there and you actually learn how to do it, and other people see it, and good things spread like wildfire. So that's what this is all about. Like I said, I just wanted to come out here. This is what I do. You know, I come out, have a little fun, don't stress. If this was like a regular YouTube video, I would have just came out here, try to get everything right, get the camera, get the right angles, do a close-up, do slow motion, and I've been doing that 5 years. And as we get, you know, closer and closer, and this thing's getting a little bigger, like I said, I don't want to lose lose sight of why I started, and I don't want to lose sight of where we're headed, and just start dwelling on numbers and how big things get and how much money we can make. I'm just appreciative of the fact that I can do something like this, and I can make money at it. I can make a living at helping other people. You know, I was cooking before, and we're stressing out about how crispy somebody's bacon was, or if their burger was done the right way, or, you know, the recooking an egg 6 times to please someone. All of that stuff, just, you know, yeah, you help somebody, you had a good meal or whatever, but I never really truly felt like I was making a difference in the world. And when we started doing this, like I said, when I started getting the first emails and that, and letters and stuff, you know, saying that you help someone, that's really is quite humbling. And it's possible for all of us. You guys can do it. You can. It's not anything difficult, right? You don't have to follow me this long. You don't have to watch this whole video. But if you made it this far, you can see, you know, if I make it to here, that first one, it wasn't all that hard. I'm just sitting here, I'm having coffee, enjoying, you know, time with you. I would have music on, you know, and really be enjoying it. There's no birds, there's no wildlife out here right now, but sometimes the birds are so loud, it's hard to film. Sometimes when the cicadas get going, it's just really tough making a video. But if I'm not making a YouTube video, I'm just out here relaxing and listening to the birds and listening to the cicadas and even all the traffic. I moved into the city. If you guys seen some of our earlier videos, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, really. It was the middle of a 300-acre ranch, and we were farmhands, and it was a lovely place. We lived on a pond, and it was awesome. And we moved into the city about 5 years ago. We miss a little being on the outskirts and being out there, but when I'm sitting here, I think about all the videos we could have made out there, because the first year I started out there, I really didn't know what YouTube was about or doing any of this. And when we moved up here is when it really started to get going. And I'm thinking about all the stuff we could have did out there, the beautiful scenery, the wildlife. There'd be wild turkey and cows and deer and hawks and fish and just all kinds of stuff every day. And to be able to share that with y'all would have been awesome. And now I'm sitting here in the city trying to film, and we've got a police station, a fire station, a hospital, airport, major freeway right up there, and a high school, middle school, elementary school, everything all within a couple of miles. And one of the major roads is less than a quarter of a mile that way, and I can actually hear, if the microphone was turned around that way, you could hear the traffic. And you know, some people would be, you know, a little put off by that, but to me, I listen to that traffic and think about all those people. You know, every day I see all those people driving up and down that road, and I think, how many of those people know how to do this? How many of those people even know what hydroponics is? How many people even have a traditional garden, right? And if all of those people, how many of them are saying, you know, I need to make a little more money, I need to save money, you know, I'd like to know where my food comes from. You know, how many of those people, you know, are out there like that? And I think I got a lot of work to do. So I like to see all of that. You know, if you thought everybody's seen this, everybody knows it, take a break, you know, job's done. But I just look at all those people and I just think that, and just think, you know, I'm sitting there in the mall. The mall's like a mile from here. You sit in the mall and just watch all the people going by, and just try to imagine how many people actually know something like this, right? Just in your little area. Then you think about all the people in the entire country, and think about the people in the world, and how helpful it would be. You know, how many people actually need stuff like this. So got a lot of stuff to do. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of us getting out there, experimenting, sharing. And if we stress out about numbers, and if we stress out about who's stealing our stuff, who's copying us, who's not giving us credit, we're not going to make it. We're all going to get ulcers, and we're going to get mean and vindictive, when all we need to do is relax, take something that's important, like growing your own food, and share it with other people. Share it freely. All the rest of the stuff will fall into place. Like I said, I'm totally humbled that my wife and I can do things like this, and we can share with other people and make a living at it. That's just blows my mind. You know, when we're painting, you know, she's an artist and she has a ball just painting art for people, but each one of those was like one person or one family, you know, that we affected. So we would do a lot of work, put a lot of work into something, and you know, it'd help out a family, and that's good. You know, everybody counts, right? But then when we see the opportunities, you know, with the internet, we didn't have the internet before. We see the opportunities that are here, and it's just mind-blowing that you can do this and put a video out and reach literally millions of people. You know, not every video is going to get 1 million people, but this channel over time has reached millions of people, and that's just awesome. That's something we couldn't even dream of when we were growing up, right? You thought of marketing and stuffing envelopes or getting an ad on TV, and we didn't even have an idea what the internet can be. And now it's just here, and everybody's used to it. You're watching this like on your phone. You know, you could be traveling in the subway and be looking at the phone and watching my video. Somebody could be sitting in the middle of a park somewhere, and somebody could be, you know, in a home on the other side of the planet watching it. That's, to me, it's, every time I think about it, it just blows my mind. So, like I said, we've just got a huge amount of work to do, and you know, that's my thing. That's what I want to do, and I don't expect everyone to feel the same. If you're here just to learn how to do this for your family, to learn how to grow food, know where your food's coming from, feel a little more empowered, you know, because we depend on everybody for, you know, all of our food, and you're just doing it for yourself, that's fine. You know, that's cool. You're included. You're part of that. You know, when we say everybody needs to learn, you know, everybody needs to know how to do it, you know, that's included. But if you want to be part of the bigger picture and help other people too, you know, that's awesome, because that's the only way we're going to get there, is that everybody shares and everybody helps each other out, and we all start worrying about not just ourselves, but hell, humanity in general, right? And I don't think we came to what we are as a species and that by everybody just playing every man for himself. You know, somewhere along the line everybody was helping each other, you know, for the most part. And I just want to be part of that piece of the universe where things advanced a little bit, because we took a little time and we helped each other out, and we didn't just think about ourselves. So I'm not worried about reaching a certain number. You know, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for every one of you, but I'm not going to make all perfect videos. I don't want to be fake with y'all. I just want to be real, and if it comes at the cost that our goal takes a little bit longer, then say la vie, right? It's better to do it, take your time, be real and be authentic, than to be fake and have to worry about it. So I'm getting close to the end here. These are all I got to plant. I had a great talk with y'all. I don't get to talk with a whole lot of people about, like, YouTube and stuff like that. Lots of people don't understand it, and that's why I said that's what makes me realize is we've got a lot more people to reach. You know, when you think about it, not a whole lot of people know about, you know, everything. And right now, this is the best opportunity we've had to reach out and touch other people and connect with them and help other people. And if you can spend your life doing that, wake up, be appreciative of it, then you're not going to stress out. And that's why I don't stress out. Like I said, most other YouTubers, they get close to 100,000. They're trying to do everything just right, and they're asking everybody to tell their friends, everybody to subscribe. We don't need that. What's more important is that we help each other, right? The most important thing, what's the difference between the person when we're at 99,999 and that person subscribes and puts you to 100,000? What's the difference between that person and the person that signs up to be 100,002 or 100,003? Each one's a person, right? So we're trying to help everyone on the planet. One little number, 10 or 1,000, you know, whatever number is, we're not going to get hung up on those. We got too much work to do. But this is what I do. I just sit here, like I said, it's relaxing. I don't get everything just right and have to film just right and everything. You come out, this isn't weeding and tilling and oh my god, I gotta go out in the garden and have work. This was just nice and relaxing. This is what we do. You know, all I did before we came on here was just filled up the containers, you know, and I don't go buy a fancy jug. You know, we use our Almond Breeze jugs because this would have ended up in landfill, but I've got a bunch of these laying around. This is what we grow in. This is, you know, we use them. I don't need anything fancy. I'm not going to get fancy on y'all. We're just going to keep it real. And me and Keely, like we said, doing the home and garden thing, that's been like our lifelong dream. That's what we do. We plant, we grow, garden, we paint, we cook, we do all these things, and we just have fun sharing it with everyone. I think it's going to be cool. And on this channel, we're still going to teach people easy ways to grow. They're easy and affordable. Just about anyone, anywhere can grow some of their own food. And we can't feed the planet, but maybe we can teach the planet to feed itself. Alright, you guys live to inspire, keep on growing, be the change. We'll catch you later.